There's always a time that comes when you mess with the wrong person. And the flight attendant that got knocked out over the weekend in Cali on a Southwest Airlines flight learned the hard way. You don't flex on a passenger and act like you about it when you really ain't about it. That's exactly what happened. Passenger punched her, knocked her teeth out. And the passenger got sent to jail, but she's out on bond. But the flight attendant's like, oh my God, I'm recovering. Don't cause no mess. Look, both of y'all are at fault. You and her. But this goes to a greater situation of just like these flight attendants just becoming too powerful. They feel very entitled to whatever they say you must do. As ridiculous as it is. For an example, I have seen people literally whose mask fell to here, and how you talk to somebody is what you'll get back. If you come up with somebody with a damn attitude, guess what? You're gonna get an attitude back. Or you're literally just eating. Or you get over the PSA and they're like, with an attitude, like, you have to do this and you have to do that and everything's for safety. Really? Everything's for safety. We're crammed in a freaking plane, for crying out loud. Sitting like this to each other. All up in our space, touching and everything. But it's for safety. No. And you can't have alcohol no more. Have any of y'all had alcohol? I have been flying a lot and I have had no alcohol. I'm not saying I'm alcoholic. I'm just saying. They say no alcohol because of COVID. I'm like, what has that got to do? What has COVID got to do with you serving me alcohol? You can serve me water, but you can't serve me alcohol. Does that make sense? No. However, you sit in first class, you can have alcohol. But I thought, COVID, we couldn't do it. Make it make sense. It's the same thing with the TSA line. Why is it that I'm standing here for free and I gotta wait and go through all these idiots that don't know what the hell they're doing half the time? And then you can go to the clear pass line or, do a TSA check-in, and you don't have to go through any of that. But you have to go through all this because it's for our safety. Safety comes with a price. It's all about money. You go to this line for money, this line for safety. What the hell? Doesn't make any sense. All this needs to make sense to me. And it doesn't. Not at all. Like, we're like this, for crying out loud. But I'm going to tell you right now, the flight attendant won't do it again. Won't do it again. They've been rude to us on these planes for a while. I've had a couple cool ones, but for the most part, they've all been, that. They've all been that. And flight attendants have kicked kids off. They have kicked people with medical disabilities off. They've also kicked people off for wearing the wrong face mask. Like, if you wear a Trump mask, they get mad at you, but they have no issues with a Black Lives Matter face mask. And as a Trump supporter, you could sit there and have the same argument. We're like, oh, well, you feel like that condones violence. Well, BLM clearly condones violence. Clearly, straight cut and dry. You can have the same arguments. Same thing with a Trump hat. People got, one passenger got kicked off for wearing a Trump hat. But you can wear a Black Lives Matter hat. You can have Antifa on the plane sitting right next to you. And they won't say anything. American Airlines has Black Lives Matter pin on their uniforms. I could complain about that and say that's offensive. But make it make sense. None of it does. None of this is about our safety. And has anyone seen a flight attendant demonstrate the oxygen mask with 2 masks and a face shield? I would love to see that. Because the chances of us dying on a plane are far greater than us dying and getting COVID on that plane. None of it makes sense. The jig is up. The pandemic is over. And the quicker we realize it, the better off we will be. And everybody can just go on and just live on without having flight attendants just be all up in our space. Like, in our space. Then take it like 50 feet. Y'all just need to chill. And make it make sense. But you know what? You can't. Because it doesn't.